Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapper and Chronicles. We're coming back at you with today a bit of a haul, a ratchet haul you might call it. These are some ratchets that I picked up off of eBay, which doesn't really happen that often as far as groups or haul of ratchets from eBay. Just due to the fact that if I get a group of ratchets off eBay, I'm almost guaranteed to have most of them, and so it doesn't really pay for me to buy a group unless there's something really that I really want in that group, where I might have to get doubles or whatever, or triples of stuff that I already have. But luckily this time I found a group where most of the stuff I don't have, so that's, for me, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I picked up 10 ratchets. These are the ratchets here. Most of them are 1/4-inch ratchets. I think there's two of them, this one and that one, that are 3/8. So mostly like 8 1/4 inches and 2 3/8 ratchets. And if you could do me a big favor and hit that like, and also you do me an even bigger favor by hitting the subscribe button. Yes, I'm begging for subscriptions, so if you can do that, I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's start out by just grabbing whatever here. Here is a pretty small from today's standards, GearWrench. This is an 84 tooth ratchet. Needs a little bit of cleaning, but I like these ratchets. Actually, I kind of have a liking for GearWrench as of late. They make pretty good stuff, and the quality is mostly there, so good on GearWrench. We have that one, and I have this one. I have a few of these. This is a classic though, SK, the 40970 ratchet, made in USA. This is always a good ratchet. Kind of fine tooth, not really fine tooth like you would find in an 84 or 90 or 120 tooth, but first day was pretty fine tooth. And the good thing about it is its size. It's a pretty small ratchet, maybe around 4.5 inches long. So it, with his gear ratio and its size, it gets into pretty hard to get spots, and the back drag is pretty nice also on those. This one, the model was on the GearWrench was the 81011F. It's kind of weird when you look up GearWrench numbers. They don't have like a really set number for a particular ratchet. It seems like you can run this number and you will get a few different ratchets from different time periods, I guess. I'm not sure how long they've been out selling ratchets, but I would say they haven't been around maybe 20 years or something like that. I could be wrong, but if you put in numbers, you'll find like different ratchets for the same number, which is a little annoying. But okay, here is, you guessed it, it's a tri-wing Craftsman, the 43795, and this is the 1/4-inch, not made in USA, made by, I think, Stanley in Asia, for Craftsman. You find these a lot. These are very common. If you go to garage sales or anywhere, you'll find a lot of these tri-wings everywhere that people are selling. If you see a ratchet and it's a Craftsman, a lot of times it'll be a tri-wing, or if not, it'll be the teardrop or the quick release. Those three are like the 3 most popular ratchets out there in the used market. And we have this Stanley. Kind of the back drag is a little bit heavy on this. Seems okay. Stanley, the model is the 89-817 CR-V. These, they kind of come with all the bells and whistles, but they don't seem that refined. Just little things that stick out. They kind of make it, I don't know, kind of not as refined as a gear wrench we can say. First thing I notice is this button. It just sticks out too far up. This quick release button is just like, I don't know, it's just too pronounced there. The switch looks a bit big and flat for a 1/4 inch or a ratchet this size. Looks like the switch is too big, and I don't know, like the gear, the anvil here also kind of seems not as refined. I don't know, I can't quite put words to it, but it just feels a little bit rough, like the machining of the parts for some reason. That is the Stanley. And here is another one that I have a bunch of, probably. Yeah, I definitely have a bunch of these. This is the 5249 Proto, USA Professional. These have been around, and I think they're still around. They still make these, I'm pretty sure. Proto still makes these. They've been around for like, I don't know, 90 years, 80 years or more. You could probably swap out parts from a 90-year-old Proto or Plum, as they were known before. They were Proto, and it would probably fit this ratchet. What's nice about these ratchets is a very low back drag, and they have a pretty thin profile also. So not a bad ratchet overall. What else? Here is a Duralast. This one is a 72 tooth Duralast. Looks like it has a bat wing pawl in here. You see when I start ratcheting, you can see the switch start moving a little bit there, back and forth. That usually means a bat wing in there. Like I said, 72 teeth. This model is 71-41. I can't make out that number. What is that? An 8 or a 6 or something like that? Not sure. But these aren't too bad. These are pretty neat ratchets. Duralast, they don't make any ratchets like most companies. They put a name on ratchets that they order from overseas or Taiwan, but they usually, in this era, they were picking pretty decent ratchets to market. And the next one is, right off the bat, you can tell that switch, it looks like a Danaher style ratchet. This mechanism has the plate with the snap ring there. You can, it's pretty much a dead giveaway. It's like the old. Let me see what I have next to. Next to the bench here. It's pretty much one of these, but not made in the USA. See, one of these old Craftsman, the teardrop ones. But this switch is made of metal, and Craftsman was going towards plastic for some reason to save a couple of pennies. And they're pretty much the same. They're probably not. You probably can't exchange the mechanisms because this one is USA, as I said before, and this one doesn't say USA. So I am assuming this is made in Asia. It's a Crescent, by the way. You see there. The letters aren't very deeply cut either, and the lettering is kind of small. On the other side, it says Crestalloy, which is an old Crescent trademark, which says right there TM. It says alloy steel, and it's quite a bit bigger, longer than the regular Craftsman one, but I guess it's okay. Kind of, I guess for today's standards, I'm not sure when this came out, but might seem a bit antiquated to most people. Has the quick release. The quick release button is also different on this one than that one. That one looked to be plastic. And here's the other three. This is the Stubby Carlisle. It's a Napa brand. This is the R38S. Not sure what kind of mechanism is in here. I don't see the switch moving, so I'm gonna say it's one of those floating type of pawls that you see in like the GearWrench and in icons and stuff like that. Yeah, it's probably one of those. The teeth count feels like 72 teeth, probably. Looks not too bad. Made in Taiwan. So Carlisle, Napa, never did a review on any of these. And you can see in the middle there, it has a little Napa symbol. So brand new in the package still. And probably, I don't know, to me these were some interesting little ratchets that are still in the package. In the set, in this haul came two still in the package, NM46s and made in USA, and these are the old Danaher, the old Napa. Let's see if we see it there. You see it there, Napa USA. These are the old Danaher Napa, made for Napa ratchets that were the same as, practically the same as this. And I think that you could probably interchange these mechanisms from one to another in these ratchets. The gear probably for sure. I'm not sure about the switches, but yeah, pretty much the same ratchet made by the same company, except this one has a slightly different body style than the Craftsman. And I always like stuff in package. If I can find stuff in package, I always pick it up. And this is kind of, you don't see these very often in the package, these type of ratchets. And this is just the same thing, just another one. The NM46. So pretty cool. That came in the set. And for these 10 ratchets, I paid, with shipping and handling and tax and everything, I paid $65, I think, for this set. So let me know how you think I did on this haul or set. And that's all I got for right now. All right, guys, until next time.